Hi, my name is Kirby Ingalls, and I'm an Army veteran, father of four, and a leadership and transformation coach. And today, I'm live to talk to you about how you can demonstrate entrepreneurship in the workplace. Because what I've found is that many people feel entrepreneurship is just for startup companies and the creative types. But they don't think that there is a place for the entrepreneurial spirit or the innovation in the workplace. But that can't be further from the truth. Everyone, as you drop in, let me know where in the world you're from. And then if you're watching the replay, just use hashtag replay. Thank you for popping in and joining me in this live. If you have any questions along the way, at the end of the video, I'll try to answer as many as I can. But I only have a few minutes to run through this, so let's get started. I believe that an intrinsic desire to create, everyone has. Interestingly, that, it's a fundamental longing that everyone has in themselves, which shows up in their daily lives, called entrepreneurship. And most don't really recognize it. And people express themselves creatively through like singing, dancing, painting, writing, poetry. But everyone expresses themselves through their work. Sadly, much of your creativity is stifled through the academic setting. And when energy is directed towards earning these degrees or learning an occupation, which is a rinse and repeat process, it's a repetition for productivity, and it's just over and over and over just to learn how to do a particular task for a job. Education has kind of filtered this out a little bit, and our natural imaginative creativity or energy has been lost over the last few decades. And I believe that creativity can be restored within all of us. And it is essential to becoming who you are going to become and who you should be. But the first things first is you need to stop limiting your creativity to something that is done by certain professions. Stop seeing creativity as someone else's exclusive gift that you don't have. Everyone has creativity, not just artists. Hey, Stephen, how's it going? Jarrett, Chuck, and Daryl, thanks for joining me. Your creativeness can be a reflection of your work, and you can have that entrepreneurial spirit by creating an innovative solution to the problems that you encounter every single day. You don't have to own a business to be an entrepreneur. You can do it within the workplace. You know that you've seen profitable businesses. They just didn't create that idea out of thin air. That idea was incubated with a vision to a solution to a problem that they had stumbled upon, right? And so how do you develop this entrepreneurial spirit or vision? And what you have to do is you have to start looking for the possibilities in your profession. Look for ways to introduce new products, new services, processes, or ideas to make things better for the world around us and the people that we work with. It's really easy. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, I can think like an entrepreneur, but then your second thought is what if I fail? And that's normal. And this is the most significant difference between those who continue to do what they've always done and those who are successful. It's the difference between those who invest their money and those who are afraid to lose it and fail versus taking a calculated risk. Now, a few years back, I wrote about the power of loss aversion several years ago when I wrote a weekly column for Adam Kirksmith, the Leadership and Life blog. And I'll drop a link in the show notes for that, and you can kind of go back and take a look at that as well as this article that I have written this past Saturday. You may feel, like twice as bad about losing money than you feel good about making the same money over, right? So entrepreneurship is really designed to reward learning, right? Innovative, problematic thinking, because, really innovation is uneven. You risk what you have, like time and money and energy into something, but if people don't like it, or if people do like it, you're the hero and the sky is the limit. But if it isn't received well, then you lose that time and that energy that you've invested. But here's the thing, though. You still have the knowledge, the perspective, and the experiences because of the opportunity. At the end of the day, you have two options. Either play it safe and end up with what you've always had and nothing more and nothing less. Or alternatively, you can take the risk and potentially get more than you can imagine. Now, entrepreneurship is not so much about wins and losses, but who takes the risk and who plays it safe. And you must embrace your strengths and have faith that you can meet the challenges before you. This goes far beyond the financial risk and reward. Now, I once took a chance in a speaking contest, and I was not prepared. At least I thought I wasn't, and I wasn't seasoned like the other people in the room. However, I showed up, and the worst I thought to myself was, well, I'll just gain some valuable insight and have something I can work on for the next one, and I'll learn from that and continue to get better. Though, in a lot of the conversations I've had with professionals, emerging leaders, the one thing that I hear a lot is that Wayne Gretzky is quoted as saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you don't take that shot, you're going to miss it anyway. And so that's the kind of mindset that I had going into that speaking contest. And so when I took that shot, I actually won the contest, and I went on to win the next contest. And then I competed at the district finals. And I learned very valuable lessons in the district finals as well. Initially, I struggled with that one topic in the finals, and I wasn't prepared for it, but I had the courage, and the experience gave me motivation, momentum to do more great things in the speaking world thereafter. I landed on the speaking bureau for that district, and I spoke at a leadership conference 6 months later because of the way I performed on stage and was able to handle myself, because I continued to learn and grow with each progression of the contest. So, and more still comes to follow as I get better and better and better. And many people have taken that entrepreneurial risk in their careers, and some have failed, and others have lost money, and some have missed out on other opportunities. But most of the time, they came out on the other side better than they were before. So don't bury your strengths and don't bury your talents. Start dreaming big, right? If you knew your success was the only option, what would you try to do professionally? Entrepreneurship is best if you just have a little faith and a little less fear. Now, I know that's easy to say, and it's harder to practice because fear can overcome us. But entrepreneurship would be best if you also stop putting yourself in a box or a corner. You are creative. You do have what it takes. And you are made for greatness. Now, your mindset may be limiting your potential. So you need to ask yourself what you want to accomplish. Each of us is very unique and brings a different value to the world. So when I became a parent, I began to learn this lesson more in depth. And I had to get up in the middle of the night and help my wife with each baby. And for instance, and I got 4 of them, right? So for instance, it took me a while to learn. So for instance, it was a change a diaper here or rock the baby to sleep there or give her a break so she could get some more sleep more than an hour or 2 at a time. As a result, each time, the baby woke up, it was screaming for something, but it took time to prepare for that, right? And so whatever it was, I had to figure it out. So parenting is like an entrepreneurial journey. You don't know how to do it. You've seen it practiced, you've seen it done, but you haven't been in those shoes yourself until you're actually a parent. Nobody has it figured out. You figure it out as you go. And so I couldn't always satisfy the child's needs immediately, and consequently, the baby always kept crying, and until I found a solution to their problem. Well, that's what entrepreneurship is, right? And you can practice in the workplace. And so you and I are just like children. We have to remember that things just don't happen suddenly or fast enough as we want them to happen, right? And sometimes what we desire must be developed over time. And we need to learn a soft skill or attain a credential or a certification to give us more knowledge and experiences to help us do the things that we want to achieve. And sometimes it's just the experience we need. And Larry Page from Google reminds us that it's, good old trial and error and is the best teacher that we've ever had. And therefore, what is it that you want to do if you knew success was 100% the only option? Share that with us below. So it's time to take a look at the comments and see if there was any questions. We can go through here a little bit. All right. Hey, David Kincaid, welcome. Kern, how's it going? Robert King, how are you? Eric Carroll? Hey, Dan Galarza. Now it's time, and that's it really. There's no questions there, so we're just going to move on. So what we've discussed so far is how to demonstrate entrepreneurship in the workplace. And that is it's not for the creative types. It's for not just for startup companies. You can lead with an entrepreneurial spirit and still be innovative. We all have an intrinsic desire to create, and we can really find meaningful work when we allow ourselves to tap into this superpower. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.